I'll look like Ray. That's fine.
Ray. Nice.
If you get it,
Okay.
then you get it. If you don't, you don't.
So, this is how we're gonna be then. This is great. I like this. This is fantastic.
This is a
Everything looks
temporary
fine.
room. It's a very small temporary room. I kind of like the
Alright,
color
yeah.
scheme going on here.
Yeah, I do like the color scheme a lot, actually. If this is a temporary room, I'm
You guys
assuming...
blink.
Yeah, you blink too. You didn't know that?
Oh, ew. No, I had no idea. I've never stood and stared at a Minecraft character.
Yeah, you blink. We all blink. We're
I
human
see.
beings, aren't we?
I guess.
Oh god, we're gonna go into a game theory now about how we're human beings.
No. Want to know what YouTube channel I've never particularly liked?
Game theory?
No, that one's okay. That FPS Russia.
Cinema
Never
theory.
cared for it.
FPS Russia?
Oh, it's totally unrelated to what we were talking about. Yeah, isn't he in jail for something? Didn't he, like, murder someone?
Russia. I'm curious as to who the hell that
Or
is now.
there was something about a murder. I don't remember. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, this dude. The guns and explosives dude. Didn't he get thrown in jail?
Are you listening to us? Ever? This is where we just beat up Genesis for his lack of listening skills.
Listen, I told you I'm 7 time zones behind, okay? You can't blame me if I'm in Russia.
I don't think you know where Russia is.
It's near India.
Where do I kick someone?
What?
What? I was just thinking. No, I actually figured it out earlier how to kick someone.
Kick someone or what? Minecraft?
All right, Lauren, since you're the host of this. Giuseppe. Oops.
Giuseppe.
All right. I'm good with that, so it's up to you to pick who you want to go first, because you in charge.
Is our intro actually going to be that song?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter about an intro at this point.
Well, I like that. I like the whole song thing.
Miners and on me. That's it. If we sing anymore, it was too good. We're gonna get a copyright strike, and I don't want Rob Schneider coming down here because we stole his daughter's song. So, yeah. So.
Them copyright strikes.
Oh yeah, that works. We can do that.
Miners and chat.
Well, I'll tell you what we're not going to do. Whatever Genesis just did.
Yeah, look, see, at least we can agree on something at least.
Well, you know what? Hold on. I have an idea. I have an idea. No, continue doing your thing.
Giuseppe, are you also going to be like the lead host or like the person who kind of delegates all the conversations as far as like leading one into the next? Okay. Okie dokie. I'm going to moderate the chats if we get anything obviously in the chats. Well, the Twitch chat at least.
How do you spell Giuseppe?
Hey,
yeah, that's
my name. My name is.
Because it wasn't popping up, so I was like, what?
It's interesting to see how this gets choppy sometimes. It's not long.
So now I can see your names.
Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna move this up.
I like how you gave it looked like Giuseppe had a Z in it, like Giuseppe.
No Z's here. No Z's here.
Well, you can't discriminate against Z's.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, hey.
Genesis.
Thanks.
Genesis. Here we stand. Oops.
Oh, love it, love it. Yeah, now we're gone. Now we're gone. Thanks a lot. We're gone now.
If you don't say it out loud, we're fine.
God damn it!
It popped up, and I was like,
how do you edit a sign? I've never been able to edit a sign in Minecraft before.
I already destroyed it. What are you talking about? Pay attention for once in your life.
Okay, wait a minute. So you're now 3 time zones ahead of me?
I could be fast. How do you spell Genesis? And why is it not looking right?
Genesis.
My PlayStation does not recognize Genesis as a word either.
Well, your PlayStation is racist now, I guess.
Hey, get off the table.
We put food on the table.
Everybody's got a sign now. All right.
I'm gonna throw a piece of paper on the table to get us started. Here you go. There you go.
All right. Mr. Giuseppe, please. What the heck?
Stuff on the computer.
Are we doing what we're playing first? What happened? Did I miss something?
You were 6 time zones behind now. Okay. Now, currently playing, does that mean like what I picked up and played today, or just what am I playing right now?
Literally before the last podcast. What have you played?
Okay.
Since the last podcast, I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Let's just start. Let's just start, and we'll go through it. Whatever. So,
what? Wait a minute.
Giuseppe,
hold on.
Go ahead.
Cool. Oh, I can't swear. Damn. I've already. Yeah. Working.
I mean, if we just start, and then we kind of just let the conversation flow, I say we literally just start.
Yeah,
instead of trying to plan it out, you have a general plan, and I think that's enough. As long as you got a
general outline, that's good. It's good enough.
Yeah, I think that's enough. I trust you to decide when we need to move the conversation forward. You know what I mean? What happened to the table? Okay. Well, I'm not fixing it.
I wasn't gonna know. Wait, no, hold on. Wait, hold on a minute. Wait a minute here. Hang on. I can fix this. Hang on. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
I'm 3 time zones ahead.
So I guess currently I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima.
He didn't ask you.
I thought. Yeah. This is fire. Shut up!
Stop screaming.
Hello?
Yeah?
Currently Ghost of Tsushima, having a fun time with that because it's the new Assassin's Creed for me. The better Assassin's Creed. Having a fun time with that. The game itself, I think, is a good way to end off the generation right now. I would love to pop it back in on PS5 and see what it looks like just with the updated visuals, maybe higher frame rate and all that. But otherwise, so far I can't find a reason to complain in this game. It's just and refinement of Assassin's Creed and what I liked about that now.
That's all you're playing?
Currently, yeah.
All right. I feel like you didn't play Ghost of Tsushima yesterday. You played Call of Duty, but all right. If you want to start this
What?
podcast with lies, I'm currently playing. I actually just beat Ghost of Tsushima. Get back in your chair. I just got the platinum in it. It's a lot of fun. Like Genesis said, it is like an Assassin's Creed. There's a couple things that's different than an Assassin's Creed, and I feel like comparing it to Assassin's Creed all the time kind of, I don't know, it doesn't give the game enough merit. Even though it doesn't really do anything new for like an open world game, it's just it nails its setting so well. And I beat the story, so I think the story is really good. It really comes together in the end. Highly recommend playing it. Probably gonna move on to other things, but currently that's really the only thing I've been playing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. What about you, Giuseppe?
Nice,
Mm-hmm.
nice. Understandable. Yeah. I gotta love EA.
Oh, that came out. That came out this year. I had no idea.
God damn it, Adam.
Good game. Yeah. Oh, you're missing out, man.
Missing out on a lot.
So good.
Absolutely. Any day of the week that I don't have to pay them, I'll take that, please.
You might not like Ghost of Tsushima though, because it has flashbacks. So, just letting you know now.
Oh
Not as
my
bad. Not as bad.
god.
Not as bad. Ooh. You're right. That's fair. That's fair. Too many big words, but that was fair.
A lot of big words. I couldn't understand half those words.
Not surprising.
You know.
Oh, guys, we didn't even mention we've been playing Minecraft. I feel like that's
Of course,
that
of course.
But yeah, this is Minecraft. We're playing it. PS4. We're mostly PS4 gamers. I have a PC and a Switch, an Animal
Everything
Crossing
else
Switch. I know
sucks.
get jelly. No, Animal Crossing Switch, 10 out of 10. Best game
No,
ever.
listen.
Haven't
No, no,
played it
no.
in like
Best
3
game,
months.
best game ever.
So,
Best game ever is my best game ever. That is the
best
best
game
game
ever
ever.
is Dreams. It's the default answer now
Actually, that
because
is
any
true. That
game
is,
is in Dreams.
yes, I would agree with that. I would
So,
agree. Yes.
so
Well,
and
they
you're
made a
now.
Halo Infinite demo on there, and they have a
It's
lot of other cool
I
games
wouldn't
on there.
call it a demo. I would not call that a demo. They made a
Oh,
Halo Infinite like tech presentation that lasts
uh
20 seconds.
huh.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, and this is that's where Game Pass plays a huge role into that. I mean, people are gonna go look for that to have save money on games because especially if they're $70 a piece, if the rumors are said like that, where all their new gen games are gonna be $70, which I mean, in theory, I don't know if that's obviously true or not, because only one company has said that already. Ubisoft is like, yeah, no, our games are gonna be $60.
Good for Ubisoft. It's like the one good thing they've done in like 10 years.
Yeah,
For now.
yeah.
Um, I yeah. I also totally forgot to mention that I played VR Dreams. um,
Oh, how was that?
I only played it for like 2 hours. I actually posted. I think I shared a photo with you guys about where my camera was, because for some reason it just was not identifying me. So I ended up putting it on top of my door. So, and it worked. And I actually posted that on Reddit too, and like the PlayStation like VR forums to see like, hey guys, where are you posting your photos? And some people they theirs are in worse positions than mine, and a lot of people yelled at me because they're like, "That's gonna fall." But VR
That's gonna
Dreams,
fall.
it's a free update if you have VR, and you just turn it on. They have like a nice little demo. Honestly, if you're new to VR and you own Dreams, I would pop that in first because it teaches you how to basically do anything in VR, which is cool as heck. So, heck, you like that? You like that, by the way? Cool as heck.
I like it.
Um,
Cool as heck.
my one issue with it, maybe it's just something I didn't notice because, like I said, I only played for like maybe an hour and a half at most. When you're going hopping from like dream to dream, they mark them like this one is VR capable, but they don't say like you need the wands for this or you need the controller. So I played like a car racing one, and I had the PlayStation Move controllers, and that apparently didn't work. I had to switch to the car or the controller. So I mean, obviously because I don't have a control stick on the Move, I never
Right.
bought the
They used
control
to
stick.
have the
But
navigation controllers back in the day for the
do
three, and I'm
do
I'm
they still
curious
sell
why
those?
they don't sell them anymore. But you can find them on like eBay and Amazon, obviously pre-owned or anything like
Yeah,
that. But I'm,
last I saw they
why
were
wouldn't they put that with
expensive.
this?
I don't know. I don't even know if that would be supported, honestly. But VR Dreams is cool. It's just another reason for me to go back to that game. Little disappointed they didn't release any trophies with that update though. So it's I mean once I get a platinum I'll be at a clean 100%, so I'm not that upset. But whatever. And then I also played the Iron Man VR demo. A little disorienting. I mean it played like it controlled much better than I thought. How you fly with Iron Man is you use the motion controllers and you like point your like you raise them and lower them like your hands. So if you want to fly, you have to like point your jets down and then hit like the RT on it, and then you fire and then you like double tap it and you like boost. It was cool. It was actually kind of a long demo. It was like an hour itself, and yeah, I had some fun. There were like some time trial things, but by the time I finished the story part of the demo, I was like, I'm good. I get what this is. It's probably not something I would ever buy, but if it's free on Plus, I'll definitely boot it up and give it a whirl. So it's a good time. Yeah, there's combat, and there's apparently an 8 to 10 hour story in the full game. It's like one of the longer VR games that I know of. I know it's again, it's something I would probably pick up for cheap, but it's not something that I'm going out of my way. But VR's never been that like, oh, I gotta get this, I gotta get this. I just got it because I don't know, I just like new technologies in video games. I wanted to get the Move controllers back in 2010 when they first showed them off, or 2009 with those tech demos, because it's more accurate than the Wii. Woo! But oh, probably
$20.
I was gonna say 20, and then I thought about it, and I was like, no, maybe like 11.99. I know that's kind of specific, but yeah, I think $12 is the max.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are some.
So VR games. Uh, the only defense I guess I would have in that was one of the top ones.
Astrobot, Astrobot, Blood and Truth have been recommended a lot.
Yep. Yep. I
They
would
were
agree with
both
that.
rated
Astrobot's
very
really fun.
highly too. I own Blood and Truth, but I haven't played it yet. But that one was rated very highly. But you are right. Like you look at the top like 50 games or anything, like any list that's coming from any website, there not a lot of VR games are in there unless they've created their own separate VR list. But I don't think that's necessarily a problem because if you're buying a PlayStation, you're going for exclusives, not necessarily VR exclusives.
VR
And
is like a
Sony has
bonus you can
said,
have on this console.
yeah, and Sony has said like, I mean, I'm sure they would be thrilled to sell like multiple games that are AAA exclusives, but also require the VR because that's more VR headsets being sold. But they said they're very happy with how VR has performed. So, like, I
There's
get what
things
you're
that need to
saying, but at
work
the
out
same
with it.
time, I don't think it needs to be like I don't think it needs like a bunch of like, oh, you got to get this because like there's Beat Saber, but everybody knows it's better on PC because you get like a free music library.
For the PSVR, the only argument I have in defense of the PSVR itself is two major things that they need to solve with as technology gets better, as the system gets better. So like PlayStation 5 could potentially be the beginning of a solution for it, but there's other things that also need to be solved with the peripheral itself. So like one being the wires because you're directly competing with the Oculus and
Yeah,
also competing with um, is the HTC Vive. I think is still a thing, right?
yeah.
They're not.
HTC Vive and the Oculus are the two big ones.
Right. And they're competing with them. So like mainstream wise, technically PlayStation VR is one of the most sought after VR systems in like the home console portion because obviously nobody else has a VR system when you compare Nintendo and Xbox. Versus Oculus and HTC Vive, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but the last time I looked, which maybe, I don't know, beginning of the year, I think maybe end of last year we were looking. I remember Adam and I having a chat about that, I think.
Yeah, it was end of
And
last year.
yeah, and they were saying like, oh, it is one of the most sought after VR systems. And the second thing would be, uh, or did I mean, I don't even think I mentioned the first thing was the wires. It's
You
wired
mentioned the
still.
wires, but
Yeah.
also I don't mean to interrupt, but there's
No, it's
that
okay.
we looked at those numbers last year, but in that time the wireless version of the Oculus I think came out, and that's been a big hit.
Yes, and that is, I think, what they need to do with whatever the sequel is to this system or this peripheral. I guess I would say it's a peripheral. And then the second thing would be motion sickness, because motion sickness is still something that keeps people away from VR and kind of almost scares them into trying it. Because I've had a couple people like my own wife is like she tries it and she will play a couple things in VR, but then all of a sudden she will get motion sickness. I played
Yeah,
Resident Evil 7 for a while in VR. I took off the headset and I was like I feel like I want to throw up. The same thing happened to me with Farpoint, which to Lawrence's point earlier, I think the best selling things on VR are never going to be the simulators. They're going to be the first person like um, like Farpoint, first person shooter. Also Resident Evil, first person horror. I don't remember if there was a patch for um, if there was a patch for what do you call it?
Call of Duty or something?
No, no. Call of Duty had its own separate thing. They had their flight simulator thing, but
What's so
other.
funny? What?
Huh? Damn. I did say that, didn't I?
Oh. Why did you get
I
rid
didn't
of
even catch
Giuseppe,
myself
though?
saying that.
Gotta put it back.
No, no, I gotta keep it Giuseppe. This is fine. I mean, if we don't want to keep this, obviously, we'll take this off. Yes.
To help, yeah. Yeah.
For Adam, I don't have to look at his, but I will
It's
continuously look
super
at yours so I can
easy.
remember. Yeah.
That's why. Yeah. But
Oh
that's
yeah.
why when you guys are talking, I'm literally turning towards you, and then I hesitate for a second, and I look at your names.
Yes. At least for Giuseppe, I have to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
It sold quite well for even
And there
people
are
waiting still.
games.
There are games.
I own 10 games for it alone.
No, and we're not going to see those best games until, again, they solve the wireless problem and the motion sickness problem.
Now,
If they solve those, we'll see it.
again, there's still great games on it, but yeah,
Well, yeah,
you're not wrong. There's not like you
a
have to
system
get
seller on
this.
it.
I mean, some people are saying that like Blood and Truth and Beat Saber and all that are system sellers. Some people will say that Iron Man's a system seller. I
Resident Evil
don't.
7 was a big
I
system
don't think
seller.
they are. I own Blood and Truth for VR.
For
For
VR, it
VR,
was.
it was.
A lot of people picked it for VR.
It's a peripheral seller. But yeah, VR is like a whole different topic for a show. You know what I mean? Because I
That's a
could talk
totally
about
different
VR
thing.
for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
2006 to 2013. So yeah. No, this one's the same length. Yeah, 2006 to 2013, and now we're 2013 to 2020. So 7 years each. Well, X360 outage. That only happened for like 2 months in 2011. I wasn't out without video games. I played video games, and then it took like a day and a half to sync my trophies back up. Oh, damn.
Oh, I know what that feels like.
Ooh. You want a Yellow Light of Death horror story? My PS3 Yellow Light of Death
We're getting into spooky hour, guys.
in the middle of Infamous 2.
Oh,
It yellowed in the middle of Infamous 2, and I ended up going to I think an Oogie Games, and I paid $180 to get it fixed. I lost all my data, but I started Infamous 2 back up. It was the loudest thing in the world. I beat Infamous 2, and then it broke again, and then I had to buy a Slim. So, yeah, that's yeah.
I had a bad experience with the PS3s like that. So my original fat 60 gig, which I input
Yep.
a 250 gig hard drive in that one, I think back in the day. I tried to it yellow lighted on me, and I tried to fix it myself. And I put the thermal paste and everything, closed it back up, put it together, So my PS3, I think, was possessed by Xbox at that point in time. I'll explain why I say that. It could not play any of the PlayStation exclusives. Every other game would work fine. It just could not play a PlayStation exclusive. Killzone? No. Uncharted? Nope. God of War 3? Nope.
If you just name every PlayStation 3 exclusive, I'm going to leave.
I'm just saying.
There's
so,
a lot.
I tried to pop those in there. Even Last of Us. I had to play that on the Slim after I had gotten it maybe like right at the end of the gen, right before. Actually, I think I got a PS4 and then I got a PS3 again. Yeah, I bought a PS3 after I bought a PS4.
All right, get your timeline straight, and let's get back to the video games of PS4.
Okay. Yes. Top 5 of okay, so of the generation. Top 5 would be 5 Spider-Man, 4 God, there's not enough spots between 1 and 5.
I gotta be honest, it shouldn't be that difficult for you.
I know. I know. I don't remember what I wrote down even. 4 would have to be FF7 remake. Yeah. 3, even though at this point I have not finished yet, Ghost of Tsushima.
That's a little early, but sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 would be Last of Us Part 2. And then 1's KH3.
All right. I mean, that's a valid reason for it to be your number 1. It's an opinion.
Besides that. For one, it is the only game that has broken me down as a man to the point where I played it, I ran the credits, I sat there crying, and I was like, what the hell happened? The other reason, it basically, a lot of nostalgia is in there, because the last Kingdom Hearts was 2006, and then we got this one in 2019. Good long time in between.
So if it makes you feel better, though, it looks like it came out in 2009, so it was really only a 3-year wait.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. For me, gorgeous looking game. Looked good, played fantastic. I have not had a chance to beat the DLC. Once I beat that, I can add to that opinion of what else that attributes to the game. But that game is forever always going to be one of the games that just, when I beat it, I just put the controller down and I was like, oh my god, what did I just beat?
Now, is that something you're going to go back to and play again? Like, I mean, like starting the whole story over just to see? Like, it's something you'll revisit?
Yeah, Critical is, I want to complete it on that, have the DLC played from the beginning to the end, and then, yeah, so, yes, it would.
I mean, if it's not, like, brought over as a cross-play on PS5, would you boot up your PS4 to play it again?
I don't think I would do that. I would probably want it to be a cross-play, because I think when the PS5 does come out, this is going in a box, and I'm going to keep it in...
So, if it's never brought over as a cross-play?
Then I guess maybe one day down the line I'll pop it back in, if I don't happen to beat it before PS5 comes out.
Alright.
It's one of those things, like, I think we had a talk in the past about, like, there are certain games that I play, and if it was, like, I didn't have to get the trophies, or I don't want to ever pop the game back in, like, there are certain games where I would just play it once, and I would never want to touch it again, because that lasting impression on me is there, and I don't want to go back in it for whatever reason.
Yeah, that's what you said about Last of Us 2.
Yes.
So, no, I get that. I think a lot of people can get that once you play one game, you play through it once, and you're like, I think I'm good. I really liked it, but I think I'm good.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Oh, me. Oh, boy. In a shocking turn of events, my number 5 is Spider-Man. Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
It is. It's so good. I can't wait for Miles Morales and an
I was
eventual
listening to that
sequel.
trailer song today. Real good song.
It's that's so good. That that trailer song, Mr. Genesis, that is the third best song of the Sony conference.
Oh
So
man, oh man.
number 2, Bug Snacks. Number 1, the PlayStation 5 reveal song.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Number 4 is Ghost of Tsushima. I actually almost moved this to number 3, but number 3 is Last of Us 2. Um, and then number 2 is God of War, and number 1 is Horizon, and those two kind of interchange for me because both are really good. But Horizon, there's just something about Horizon and Aloy's journey that I love so much, and I cannot tell you how excited I am for the second game because watching that trailer makes me like tear up. Like she's like, "I'm gonna save the world." I'm like, "Yeah, you are," and then she draws her bow, and I'm like, "Oh my god, you have failed the city!" Like, I'm so excited. Horizon One is just it hit different, and I have to go back through it. Um, but that's my one goal before PS5 comes out is going back through Horizon and getting all the trophies for the DLC, because I just got that 4K TV, as you boys know, and it shipped
4K
very
TV.
quickly. It shipped very quickly. Thank you, Amazon. And it and I yeah, I
Uh,
gotta. I just gotta go back through it. Horizon One just hits different. Now that my question to you about the crossplay, if Horizon's never brought to a crossplay, and I'd be shocked. But if it never is, I would literally buy a PlayStation 4 and play Horizon again. That's how good I think that game is. So it's so good. Ooh.
ooh, look at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Going back to the
What do you?
chair. All right, go ahead.
What? Ugh, the best. That moment though. Oh, see, now when the blades came out, that got me. But when Athena then said, "You will always be a monster," and he says, "I know," and he stands up and they light up, and then he's like, "But I am your monster no longer." And that, oh, so good. It's so good.
That is chills down your spine.
That's the coolest human being in the world, who's only partly human being. So, mm yeah. Take a look through your YouTube channel. You got a lot of videos on it. Just that's a plug. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Nice, nice.
yeah, I know you love it. Mr. Genesis, I know I'm calling you Mr. Genesis now, I guess. You played you were starting to play Bloodborne, weren't you?
Yeah, it's and you know Lawrence was mentioning the learning curve. God, Giuseppe was mentioning the learning curve, um, and I know I have to look because I looked at Adam when he was talking. You got to put it like 4 times on the wall, and I'll stare at it. Um, um, Giuseppe was mentioning the learning curve earlier, and it's not. I don't think I have a hard time with the learning curve. Um, Other games came out. I decided to play those, and I do have to go back and play Bloodborne because I was starting to get the hang of it, and I actually started liking it. It was actually real fun. Real fun. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, listen, he's busy doing what? Elden Ring or yeah, he's busy doing that right now. Which I thought he was getting an update in October. Oh, like the online connectivity portion of it. I remember we had an issue with that. Yeah, I remember we had an issue with that. Before I could even get you in the same area as me. It's like you were trying to connect and it just wouldn't go through. We had to look up like different FAQs and try to yeah.
I,
I
I,
I, I
I, I still think you're gonna mess up.
no no no. I have enough. I
It's all
have
right.
enough handicap now where
Yeah, you should get it. I might just change mine and yours to Giuseppe, honestly. Um,
just call everybody Giuseppe.
are you gonna play Demon Souls?
Oh yeah, are you excited for that? That's the pinnacle of the whole,
It's not the
where
pinnacle.
everything started.
It's the start.
Well, a lot of people prefer that. They want that to go back to the formula.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought this was a
Yeah.
podcast, not an SAT. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Thank you. No, I got to be honest with you. When Demon Souls first was coming out, I saw that and I was like, "Wow, I'd play this." And then it came out and it was difficult, and I was like, "I'm a bad gamer." And then the Dark Souls came out, and I'm like, "Those don't look fun." I've always thought about playing Demon Souls, and that actually is a game I'm thinking about getting.
Demon Souls,
Yeah,
the PlayStation 5,
yeah,
the
yeah.
remake one. Okay.
I'm thinking about getting it because it interested me way back when. Like I'd be down to get that and try it out, you know. And then if it's not like that good, I'll give it to Commissioner Gordon, see if he wants to play it.
Yeah, yeah, he might
So
want to play it. He might want to play it. It's sometimes. All right. All right. Here's a question for both of you guys. as of the lineup currently, what we've seen. Well, I kind of already know Adam's answer because he already said that. But Giuseppe, what would be something you're looking forward to, based on the current knowledge of the lineup for PlayStation 5 and what they've shown so far?
Bugsnax.
Okay.
Not gonna be them. Doesn't have to be them.
Yeah, yeah. Adam's got a good point. Doesn't have to be them.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
See,
Comes back as boy. Comes back as boy.
I'm good with not seeing Nate for a while. And you need to play Lost Legacy. Yeah, you need to finish it. I like Nate too, but I'm ready to let him rest for a while.
I'd like to see him again later, but the characters from Lost Legacy, they paint a different side of like the world that we haven't seen, and they offer a little bit of a different dynamic than, like, let's say Drake and Sully did. I'm sorry, not Drake, Nathan and Sully. Uh-huh. Bring the daughter in for a game. I don't care. You put the daughter in a game. I would like to see that down the line, though.
Well, now, hold on. Who would you want for him to be a mentor to, if not his daughter? So, why would you want a new character and not the daughter?
Right, because that would be like somebody random or throwing in and be like, okay, well, this guy was there behind the scenes forever, and now he's out. And
no, we're not doing another Sam here. I don't understand why you're like, I want to. Do you want another like a young Nate type, and Nate's trying to teach his ways or something like that? There's not a rebellious side, but she's also Nathan Drake's daughter. So there's clearly a rebellious side, and she's got that itch, like you said. So I could totally see her like hearing about something, and then her parents being like, "No, you can't go," and then she takes off, and Nate follows her. Well, he's like, "I can't stop her. I guess I'll go with her." Or Elena follows her.
Or they both go with her.
That it's not Last of Us, man. We're not. It's Uncharted. Nothing sad or bad happens like that.
Now wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Hang on. Now
that's not an Uncharted thing, though. I don't know.
No, I want to take your idea for a minute. Let's say it's years into the future, and somehow his daughter meets Ellie.
No,
and they intertwine the stories.
I'm going to stop that right there. Well, there's a reference in Uncharted 3 about it, but but I would never want Ellie to meet anyone from Uncharted. The same reasons I wouldn't want Uncharted to meet anyone from Last of Us. So far, I want you to know, Mr. Giuseppe, I'm calling you both Mr. now. I want you to know that you didn't like Lost Legacy. You don't want to play an Uncharted with the daughter necessarily, and you didn't care for Ellie. What you're saying sounds like you're a sexist. I just want you to know that. I know you're not. I'm just saying we are on the internet now. I just want you to.
He's got a point there.
That's the black friend argument, Mr. Genesis. I'm just I'm just saying that we're on the internet. That's what some people might think.
Yeah, I mean, that's there. Just
Fair.
not what she evolved into in Last of Us 2.
A lesbian? No. Honestly, I'm only doing this because I didn't want to get into a Last of Us 2 conversation. So, well, we did.
We did.
We did. Like, that's the Last of Us 2 conversation if we involve the characters.
Okay. So, okay. Let me, Giuseppe. Let me go back to the original point of what. So far, you're just excited to see Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and so far that's it. And if maybe Uncharted comes back in some form.
Not Horizon 2? Interesting. Very interesting.
Slow turn.
No, it's never good. Yeah.
According to Xbox, they got 110 launch titles coming in through Game Pass, so get excited for that. Woo!
That is pretty exciting. 110. 95 of them are Xbox 360 games that have been optimized for the Series X.
A decade-old game.
Not this episode. I feel like eventually we have to. Yeah,
Yeah.
We're not Mr. Genesis. Do you mind if I call you Jenny? I'm gonna call you Jenny.
Yeah, sure.
All right,
Just call me
Jenny over here, or Sis. I'll go with Sis. So Sis.
Jenny is okay. I like Jenny.
I'm not calling you Jenny.
Just call me.
Yeah,
Just,
well.
Look,
do you not like
Giuseppe,
Jenny?
You call him Seppi, and you call me Jenny.
I whatever. I don't know. We have to talk about Xbox eventually. I know Genesis isn't like the biggest Xbox fan, but I feel like they have to be brought up every so often. So I'm leaving it open. I'm just not closing it out. So, but yeah, like I said though, you're the topic guy. So I'm sure eventually there will be something you'll be like, let's talk about Xbox. Yeah, or like the prices when they come out, or if Xbox is like, we got
Infinite.
Yeah, we got Horizon 2 coming to Xbox. We're going to talk about that. It's not going to happen, but if Phil Spencer pulls an Xbox, yeah, you're right.
It's clean now.
Shut up? What are you doing?
I said it clear on the floor.
But no, to your point about the launch titles for a console launching. I totally agree, but at the same time, like, for a company to pull all their resources from the current gen to put it into the next gen and to have them create multiple titles. The reason they only have really one big first-person shooter is because that's all you need. There's not the launch, like the base is not there yet. I don't like the nodding, but the base isn't there yet, so they can't justify making 10 first-person shooters on launch day because people are probably only going to buy one. So.
Call of Duty.
No, you can change that
Just
to any
a
genre.
richer lineup in general, I think, is what you're looking for.
You got
Just a richer lineup.
Oh, we can, especially in COVID days.
No, I have nice things.
Yeah.
Blocks,
Well, when Jenny and I stop throwing your garbage. When Jenny and I get a PS5, you can still cross chat, so we'll still be talking on PS4.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll still be doing this. You know.
Yeah, I would hope so. Yeah.
Like, subscribe,
and
follow
on Twitch.
And the bits or something about bits.
Twitch.tv/minersandhoes.
Yeah, right there. Maybe I should
yeah.
change the color. I don't know. This room's not staying this way. But no. Your console. What about you, Mr. Genesis? What's your console?
I am definitely
like?
excited for Ratchet and Clank. I cannot wait to get my hands on Ratchet and Clank. Launch is going to be Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and I would like to know when there's a game that I wanted to know about if it's going to come near launch. I can't remember now. Damn.
Is it that one with the Pikmin?
Yes, that one. I wanted yes. Yep.
Oh God, we always forget the name of this.
Legend of something.
It's a name, and then Senua, Legend of something.
Senua is Hellblade.
No, not Senua. It's I don't remember. Don't look at me. It's because they Kenna.
Kenna. Legend, the Legend of Kenna, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Korra. It's Korra. Avatar guys.
No, not great. Now we're gonna get copy strike by Nickelodeon. Legend of Korra.
Nickelodeon doesn't exist as a copy strike. It would be Paramount. Please leave.
Okay, Paramount will copy strike us. That's cool.
I don't even know if it's Paramount, if I'm being honest with you, but whatever.
I listen to one or the other.
No, yeah, well, the copyright strikes are crazy.
Yeah.
Let me just pull up a song on YouTube real quick. Give me 1 second. No, that game does look good.
Kenna Bridge of Spirits.
That's it. No Legends.
That's it.
You lied to me.
I lied to you.
I got the K, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, that game looked real fun. I'm excited for that. It looked real good, like pretty. I was surprised by how good it looked, and the graphic fidelity of PlayStation 5 is not to go back into the other topic. It just looks like it's going to be outpacing the competition very well. They seem to be making.
We haven't really seen anything.
SSD. Wow.
And that Hellblade game looks really pretty. So, and the facial animations and stuff in that game look really great.
Well, we'll see it on a PlayStation later on. It's a timed exclusive, I would imagine.
It's that company who's making it is owned by Microsoft now.
Oh yeah,
Ninja Theory. Yeah, yes, the people who made that one game that stars Anna Torv, Hellblade.
Heavenly Sword.
Heavenly Sword, that's it. I said Hellblade last time too. Crap.
Yeah, you did.
My brain's dumb, guys. Yeah, no, they made some good stuff.
I don't know about Ninja Theory being a good company. They almost killed Devil May Cry. I would never look at them as a good company.
Ooh.
They're more similar to Ubisoft because they like to kill franchises. Konami they get a franchise and they don't know what to do with it. They end up throwing it back out because they didn't realize what it was worth. Well, here's the thing with EA though. EA will more likely just suck the money out of a franchise and then, hang it and kill it and then be done with it. Yeah. I mean, Dead Space is a good. Yeah, Dead Space, Dragon Age.
Lost Planet.
Yep. That's Capcom.
Why do I always get them confused?
Well, it's fine. It's okay.
During our E3 predictions,
Capcom's been one of the companies that have been working their way very well back up, in my opinion.
What?
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
He stood up. Stood up. Going down on the floor.
Uh-oh. All right, I'm going to leave.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, but we got a reimagining of them now, and they're even. I loved Resident Evil 2. I thought that was fantastic. I played that. I played both sides of it. It was great. Graphics were great. Gameplay was fantastic. I mean, I don't have a dodge mechanic because we got to remember the last time I played, the dodge mechanic Resident Evil was like Resident Evil 6, and that game you just dodge all over the place and you weren't a tank anymore. Which they implemented the dodge in the remake of RE3, but RE3 has not lived up to what it was because it's too short. They cut too much out of it. I understand that. That's why I don't use that as an example. So for me, yeah, it's too short. Too short. I hope the Resident Evil 4 takes longer than 3 did, obviously, to do that. But here's the problem. Here's the thing. You have a lot of gamers who are not in who consider you the minority opinion. And the majority opinion for those people are we need to remake these games for nostalgia because they were great and because we want them reimagined in the current century / decade / whatever you want to call it. Uh, and FF7 is a perfect rendition of that, where they wanted to see what this would look like on a PlayStation 4 or a current gen console, and they're like, yeah, let's do it. We got to remake it. We got to have people remake this. A lot of people are asking for a Kingdom Hearts 2 remake in the Unreal Engine or the Luminous engine that they have. A lot of people want the Resident Evil 4 remake just because, yeah, it's already been done 70 times over, but why not get an actual remake of it and give it all the graphical fidelity updates and all that stuff? To your point, though, you have examples like God of War, which gets a fresh start, and technically, I mean,
it's not a remake. It's a soft reboot.
Okay, so a soft reboot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
No, there's still a rendition of the there was still a rendition of the G and the T virus. I mean, that still plays a thing in the current games as it goes, but not to.
But quick question though, Mr. Giuseppe, you said that you'd rather have a new thing. Would you rather have a new thing of Resident Evil, or would you just make something else? Oh, you want a new IP. So, I mean, eventually I'm sure they'll make a new IP, which I feel like they did. Did they
Pragmata.
not? Yeah. They make...
Were you not excited for that? That was Death Stranding and Dead Space combined.
So, well, from that trailer, sure.
Yeah. It looked, yeah.
That's what it looked
looks
like.
it.
We know nothing about it. But, like, you say you want something new, but then they showed you something new, and now you're like, I don't want that. But you don't know what you want. But they did give you something new. But, so I don't understand why you think like it's the constant argument of people being like, well, if they didn't work on the multiplayer, they could work on the single player story and increase that. Not necessarily. It's a separate team. So like they can make remakes and everything and be fine. Yeah. But you're shutting down
Oh no.
a potential remake of Resident Evil 4. The, the masterpiece will still be there.
It's not an FF7. It's not an FF7. The masterpiece is changed for FF7. So this is a remake of the
What?
game that you know and love. Yeah, it's a different game. It's not the same story. Okay, so here's a question, Giuseppe. Would you be happier knowing that they go down the FF7 route, where they recognize what the story was, and they make changes to move forward with the remakes? She want to keep her boyfriend alive. Yeah. They want to finally have a happily ever after. The fan base would just erupt. There would be people burning buildings down.
They would erupt in a couple ways.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Day and a half. Day and a half. I think it's longer than that.
No, if it's a good story, yeah.
Yeah. You'll get there one day. You will get there one day. You will be able to tell them what to work on.
Is that what you want to do? I don't think Mr. Genesis understands any of your goals in life.
Giuseppe's
but yeah, whatever.
got very, very, very specific goals. He's got an infiltration goal to Ubisoft, and then he's got a takeover goal for From Software.
Oh yeah, you would call
Yeah,
it solid,
yeah.
but yeah, you have an idea for Mass Effect, and I have my concerns. I feel like that is a topic we should discuss one of these days. Is
Yeah, we should
the
definitely
Mass
do
Effect topic? You should bring that
Um,
up because I am curious.
Side note, we are approaching an hour 25, just letting you guys know time.
Well, it's been an hour 25 since we started recording, but not since we started the podcast. I would imagine, right?
No, it's been an hour 25 since we started the podcast.
Oh wow, really? Okay, wow.
Yep. Yeah, just letting you know.
All
I'll
right,
vote too.
Giuseppe. It's up to you. What if we're going into a different thing, or if you'll how do you want to wrap this up? What?
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with just an updated paint job, but if they do change the
Systems
story, I don't
collection.
necessarily think
Remastered.
that it has to. They have to explain why they're changing it, as long as it makes sense in the story that they're making. Because yeah, yeah, like go ahead and change whatever. Yeah, like if they like actually remade the first God of War in the style of the God of War that they made, I don't think it would work that well because I think the past really does help um, make that game what it is. But if they just decided to remake that into like a serious thing, and they change like story beats, like it would, I would be okay with it because even if I don't like it, no, I don't know if I would love it. I would have to play it. It depends what they changed. And like I'm fine with changes to things. It's as long as it works in that story. I'm going to most likely compare it to the first God of War, and there will be like some rose tinted glasses nostalgia there, but it could be better, could be worse, could be just the same. So I'm more of an open person, and I have like my opinion on remakes, remasters, reboots, and everything is totally in the minority because I'm like reboot it. You want to make a Godfather reboot? Reboot it, even though it's a cinematic classic.
I knew there was
like
a reason why I like Batman so much.
I don't get that joke, but like I'm fine with rebooting. It's not really a remake though. Yeah, that's not a I wouldn't consider that a remake. That's just updating the old one. I don't think that works. That sucks. Yeah, that's not the same thing for a video game. That's like if instead of them remaking Final Fantasy VII, they literally updated the PS1 version of the game and you can't go back. Like that I don't understand. Oh, you can turn on your PS1 and play it then. Yeah. Yeah. I remember you had a lot of concerns about that.
Yep. Definitely have a lot more.
I bet we can find some ingredients over here.
Now I make a copy strike by Disney.
Yeah, that's what they're worried about right now. Yeah. Yeah.
So you're not going to get it, Giuseppe, at all.
I feel like saying I don't care kind of already answers that, but all right.
I mean, you could not care, but you'll get it because you want to know what happens.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, you skipped that game as well. Now, oh, I think it's been in there, not past 20, but I think I've seen it like once or twice for like 15 or 20 or something like that. But
It's getting down there. If it's not there, it'll
so
be there soon.
let me give you a reverse scenario. Let's say, so right now you're very disinterested in the Resident Evil Village footages you've seen so far. Um, let's say the more you learn about it, the more interested you get, and you already have your opinion on where the series is going. Are you gonna change your mind and say, okay, I'll get that, or are you gonna still stick to your guns and be like, I hate the way this is going. It's interesting, but I hate the way it's going. Um, yes, and the explanation is that the Umbrella Corporation now is a a a reformed organization. That is why he's working for them. That is the explanation they've given officially.
Sure.
No, no. I think it had to do with Resident Evil 6, and then 7. Um, he is currently working for a reformed Umbrella, which is trying to contain not the Las Plagas virus. Is it the T virus or the G virus? I think it's the T virus because that's what infected the Bakers to begin with. Um, yes, because they've turned him. Well, according to the makeover that they gave him now, it looks like he's got some of his muscles back. Although I can't tell with the trench coat that he's wearing on him right now. But um, the the BSA have basically turned into Umbrella. I wouldn't say they're gone. Whoever worked for them is now working under Umbrella as a reformed organization. They've just been acquired. Well, you play so 7. You play as Chris. Yes, which was a free update that they gave to the game. No, it's the campaign. The campaign.
How long is it?
I can probably tell you in a minute. I'll tell you in a minute.
Sounds like Google.
Comparatively, RE7 is about 6 hours, and then the Not a Hero is 2 hours. That's basically if you bare bones everything, run it. You don't do anything else about the story. Yeah, you can finish in 6 hours.
Not the longest.
They did a new multiplayer, The Resistance, in RE3, which was a totally different reimaginable multiplayer. I don't think it's a popular game mode. I don't know if I'd call it a disaster because it was like a good idea on paper, but it probably didn't maybe translate that well. No. It's a cool concept.
What's your definition of a disaster?
Disaster is like it wasn't a good idea on paper and they shouldn't have put it in the game to begin with, but it was a good. Yeah, it's a good idea on paper.
Usually, every idea is a good idea. A lot of things are usually good ideas on paper. It's the execution and how it goes. That would be a disaster.
To put it in the.
Oh.
Yeah. So you just play as a mastermind in Resistance, and then you're against 4 other human players, and the human players have to work together to get from level to level to reach you and then eventually kill you, or you have to kill them before they get to you. Put it in simplest terms. Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat.
Hit me up personally. Y'all see that MGS5 nuclear thing?
Anybody somebody unlocked a secret cutscene in the game.
On PS3, everybody disabled all the nukes, so they got a secret cutscene. On the PS3 multiplayer, they disabled all the nukes, so they got a PS3 cutscene. So
I didn't see the cutscene, but I heard about her.
I watched it. I didn't understand anything that was happening, and I have no idea why I watched it, but I watched it. What? I got something that'd be a good ending. What are you planning on playing the next week? Like what are your goals? Yeah, what are you hoping to do? What are you hoping to get into?
More time in Ghost. And then popping Dreams in probably to get that installed and trying that out. And then so far that's the next week. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
What about you, Giuseppe? More NBA? What? That Fall Guys is coming out to Plus. And
we gotta do that. I want to do that.
Mordecai and I are gonna play that, so I might do that on my other account because I don't want the trophies probably. But I think it's like The
You explained
Japanese
it
game
perfectly
show.
last time, yeah.
Yeah, it's a Japanese game show, Gang Beasts, basically. So you just kind of, it's like a, what are they called? A battle royale, but you're on a
Yep.
Japanese game show. And you play as Gang Beast characters, and you're just going through a bunch of stages trying to do stuff. And it's coming free to Plus. The beta on PC was big. It had like over 110,000 people playing it. So it's like
One lobby can have
it's
50-something
anticipated.
people, I think.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Shuhei Yoshida was pushing for it. I'll tell you what. So yeah, that's something that we could all
Do we
play.
do
So.
we want to stream that on the Miners and Hoes game chat?
I mean, if you want, yeah, we can give that a whirl. Yeah. I say we get back into the forest eventually, because
Oh yeah.
because I'm gonna get back into the forest. I still got the 100 days trophies to get. I'm trying to do that. So.
Adam, you ever
Yeah.
gonna play Dishonored 2 before the gen ends?
You know, that's a good question, and I opened mine 2 years ago. Finally, or a year ago. How long has it been? 2 years? Yeah, it's been 2 years.
It's been about 2 years.
Yeah, because I bought it,
years,
and then a year or two passed, and then I was like, I'm gonna open it. And then I opened it. I put it in my console. I downloaded the game to the console, and then I was like, I don't feel like playing this. And then I deleted it off my console because I needed to put other things on it. I loved Dishonored 1, though. Oh, yeah. See, when I say I loved it, I mean, like, the trophies are great, and that's why I was going through it. The story was. I liked the beginning and the end of the story. The middle part, couldn't tell you anything that happened in it. But, yeah, I kind of understand what you're talking about, because if there were no trophies in that game, I probably wouldn't have finished the first one, even though, like, I like the open exploration. Please tell your kid to be quiet, Mr. Genesis, thank you. I'd like the open exploration of it enough, and like choosing and choosing like to I did a no kill run for trophies, and then I also did just a straight up God of War run, I'll call it, and and it was fun. But Dishonored 2, for some reason, even though I was hype when that game was announced, I talked to you about it, Genesis.
Yes,
How
I
hype
remember
I
you telling me
was about that game.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you get to play as Corvo or Lady Emily. I think that's her name.
Yes, I think that's her name.
So excited.
Did Bethesda
Game came out.
Was that a Bethesda game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Bethesda. It's the people who are making that
Deathloop.
Deathloop. Yeah, Arcane Studios, right?
Yep.
Yeah. They again, that game, for some reason, it looked so good, and I bought it, and I was like, one day. I'm looking at it right now. I will probably not play that before PS5, but I'll try. Because I'm trying to get a bunch of platinums before PS5. I'm trying to see if I can hit 70 platinums before PS5. I'm at I'm at 67, so it's only 3. So it's not the craziest amount. I'm sure I could push myself and probably get like 5. But I'm trying to finish the games I own instead of starting new ones, even though Dishonored 2, I own it, but I ain't starting it, so. Game-wise, oh, darn. I I was gonna say Genesis was my biggest disappointment from PS4, but then you said game, and I was like, oh darn. Um,
I got one. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. My biggest disappointment. Never finished it, never will. It just
it betrays the Assassin's Creed franchise, according to him.
it was it was the betrayal. It was
Beginning of the end.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with Assassins anymore. Like the only connection it had was he was a great grandfather of the previous assassin that we played in 3.
Connor.
That was it. Connor, yes.
Connor, Haytham, and Edward.
Yeah, and I was like, that's pretty garbage. I'm a pirate now. Renamed as the Pirates Creed, or Pirates, or Skull and Bones, or whatever have you. I mean, that sealed the deal for the franchise for me. Because the last exciting Assassin's Creed that I played was Unity, and that was with Adam here.
No, you like Syndicate, and that was after Unity.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know if I still.
Unity is the best one.
I liked it. Unity is good. I liked Unity. I don't
Unity's
know if I'd call
of
Syndicate a true Assassin's Creed game, but it was the closest rendition I could get to having an Assassin's Creed game again before Ghost came out. And Black Flag just left. I mean, I played hours of multiplayer on that game. Don't get me wrong with multiplayer, but the story, it died for me then and there. It was done.
All right. I'm trying to decide. I think we talked about this on our own time, and I'm trying to decide, do I again want to announce Fallout 4 as the winner or the loser of this? And I'm like, should I go with Watch Dogs? Everyone knows that game was garbage, especially the driving mechanics. Even though Watch Dogs Legion looks pretty good, I'm not getting it, but it's not going to trick me again. It's got to be Fallout 4 for me. It like there's no way it's not, because Fallout 4, with so many technical issues I had, it had all of the same issues I had with Fallout 3. And it barely ran on the system, especially the DLC and Far Harbor. Fallout 4, the story sucked. I don't know anybody, if there are people out there who are like, wow, I was shocked by that twist in Fallout 4. That the old guy was your son the entire time, and his name is Father. Like, wow, I see what you're trying to do there. It's dumb. I'm sorry, but it just did not work for me at all. My road to the platinum, that matters to me, if you haven't figured out at this point. But my road to the platinum was plagued with bugs and about 25 hours of lost progress trying to get the happiness for the town. Then I realized where I was doing it was bugged at the time. Probably still bugged. The only time they ever patch the game is pointless crap. Yeah, I had too many issues with it. I liked how it was still open world, and I liked the kind of freedom. There's some characters I like Nick Valentine, who's cool. But there's just, yeah, and I like that Scottish girl. I can't remember her name, but she was my ally. And then you got that sleeping with her eventually. And you got some perks and stuff. Like, there's some characters I like, but I thought it'd be more of an improvement over Fallout 3. And it was just like, hey, it's a prettier Fallout 3, but it has all the same issues. So, very disappointing. Now, Fallout 76, 10 out of 10. I watched Genesis play the beta, and I was like, ooh, that's no good. It's no good. I'm glad there's a community who likes it, and I'm glad they're happy, and I'm sorry that community has been thrown through hell and back with everything. Yeah. Yeah. They seem to be getting better with it, but it's Fallout, so it's now Fallout 5. They might get me back. I'm just saying. They probably they'll probably not do Fallout 5. They'll do that other one. That the with
Fallout New
the
Vegas too.
no the people the thing everybody likes, the one that I don't care for.
Oh,
It's not.
Skyrim.
Yeah, that what is it? It's called something else.
Elder
Elder
Scrolls.
Scrolls. Thank you. Yeah. No, I never got into those, so they'll probably concentrate on 6. I think, right? Is it 6? Is that what they revealed? Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what their next big thing is. So I'm not. No. But what about you, Giuseppe? What's your biggest disappointment? Yeah, you did. Nope. Yeah, it's gotten closer, and I blame Sony along with Sean Murray for that one though too. Yeah, that was a mess. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Nothing. Nope. What? Yeah.
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 That's why I'm happy Kojima left and started doing things like Death Stranding. So
That's why. I hope he starts doing good things. You know what I'm talking about? You get it.
I am gonna put you in the biggest
I hope he
profile.
works on the next Call of Duty. He is, yeah. No, I
Being taken care of a lot better
I
now.
hope there's some rumors that makes Genesis happy. With in regards to Kojima. There's a lot that's everyone's better off that they're not together anymore, Konami and Kojima. So
Yeah.
for having the names that start with Ko, they don't work together that well. So and on that note, Giuseppe, you want to take us out? This is it. Mm-hmm. What? Now we plan to do this every Thursday. We started a little late, but there's nobody really watching, so there's not really a time frame at this point. Yeah, there's an archive, so please check that out. Genesis, you said you're putting this is on Twitch under Miners
Yes,
and
this is on
Hose.
twitch.tv/miners and hose. It will be archived for about 14 days. It'll be on YouTube after that, which you can check it out on Giuseppe's channel, Miners and Hose as well. You can see all the archive streams there. We stream in both places, and we'll do it every Thursday around 10 p.m. Eastern time.
Are you doing the Google podcast thing like you said you were?
Yes, I will have that ready by next week. We will have that
Gotta
uploaded.
figure that out.
The first episode will be uploaded on Google Podcasts, as well as notifications will start on Twitter.
All right, well, there we go. We did it, guys. Thank you for joining us.
We're out.
All right. Bye.